Michael Jordan in his underwear always made me uncomfortable, but
Right.
as an old man, that it could make me even more.
You've ruined that image. That might have trouble getting that one out of my head now.
Hey, we got a good show lined up for you today.
20 years into the internet for the auto industry.
To me, that's the biggest change of what's going on.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
Terry, you've been in the advertising business for 20, 30 plus years.
Yeah, all the time.
Can you imagine? I'm imagining two things. The corporate side of Nike putting this concept together, I'm sure there was pushback internally that
Yes.
this is not a good direction. But then going into the ad agency and the creative side, can you, coming from your position, can you imagine what that process might have been like?
Well, yeah, one word to describe it would be uncomfortable. It was extremely uncomfortable for whoever brought that. But I think the takeaway for us today, as we're talking about personal branding, especially for salespeople at the dealership level, is that the good stuff happens outside your comfort zone. I'm sure the powers that be and the board of directors weren't comfortable with all the heat that they were going to take from this, and they knew everything was going to blow up on Facebook, and they knew what was going to happen. And that was uncomfortable for them. Just like, I'm talking to salespeople every day that are uncomfortable creating videos or putting their face out there or talking about their personal lives on Facebook. But at some point, you have to step beyond your comfort zone to make things happen. Now, Nike could have sat back and kept running pictures of Michael Jordan for the next 40 years until he was a 180-year-old man, but eventually they'd have lost their audience. But they had to do something different to make something happen. And that's where we're at today in the car business. We have to do something different to make something happen, because the way we used to sell cars and the way we sell cars today don't have anything at all to do with each other.
We're pretty much all having to gamble with our brands these days due to the fact that we have to narrow in so much of what our actual brand message is. And in doing so, that we actually attract those customers or clients that share the same message. I mean, if we look at it, yeah, it's definitely a risk because you're looking at exclusivity here. We're cutting some of the audience out, but we're actually also focusing in on people who really love Nike, people who really believe in their brand.
I kept thinking, what do I do to differentiate myself? How can I stand out? What's so special about Cameron Moore? I provide an experience, and I think that's a key word that everyone should probably really focus on when branding. Like, an experience is so powerful. Because if you came and bought a car from me and I just sold you the car and left and that's it, it's a lot different from you coming and buying a car from me and I have a beverage ready for you. I have a sign in the window saying a VIP reserved for, and rolling out the red carpet when you leave. Like, that right there is memorable. And we take for granted because we sell cars every day that it's something that, it's just another car. Well, that's where you lose, because you need to think of it as a relationship where you're going to continue to build that, relationship, because they're going to want another car. 2.5, 3 years, they'll want one. Their kids want one. Their mom, someone's going to want one.
Well, I think the car business, they understand that things are changing, and OEMs are taking huge chances right now. Hyundai's partnered up with Amazon to sell cars with, one click on Amazon to sell cars. And Ford just announced this weekend a new dealer direct, complete, digital platform where you can buy online. So the car business is in such turmoil that they're taking dramatic changes like that. Now, maybe they're not going to put Colin Kaepernick on the front of an F-150. I don't think that's going to play, but they're making dramatic changes because, again, the world has changed so much in the way cars have to be sold that they have to stir the pot.